All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are digging deep into Paytm's latest earnings report. Now, for years, the big question hanging over them has always been, yeah, but can they actually make a profit? Well, the new numbers are out, and it looks like they may have finally cracked the code. So let's see how they did it. And boom, right off the bat, here's the number everyone's talking about. An operating profit of 142 crore rupees. Now, this isn't just some random number on a spreadsheet, no way. This is the figure that signals a massive shift in the entire Paytm story.
And to really get how huge this is, you have to see the journey. I mean, look at this chart. Just 5 quarters ago, back in September 2024, they were looking at an operating loss of over 400 crore. Now, fast forward to today, and they've completely flipped the script. That's a swing of more than 540 crore, from deep in the red to solidly in the black. This isn't just a small improvement, it's a total game changer.
Now, we've been throwing this term EBITDA, or operating profit, around. So let's just quickly get on the same page. Think of it like this. It's a look at the raw health of the business itself. It strips out all the fancy accounting and financing stuff and just asks a simple question. Is the core business making or losing money? It's the clearest picture we can get.
So the billion-dollar question is, how? How do they pull off such a dramatic turnaround? Well, it really boils down to 3 key things. Their massive payments business, a huge boom in financial services, and a really clever use of AI.
Okay, so first things first, you gotta look at the money coming in the door. Their revenue is up a really healthy 24% compared to this time last year, topping 2,000 crore rupees for the quarter. And this growth isn't just happening by chance, it's being powered specifically by more and more merchants signing up for their subscription services and that massive surge in financial services.
Let's start with the absolute bedrock of their entire company, the payments business. You gotta understand this part because it's the foundation that everything else is built on. And you've seen this stuff everywhere, right? The little soundbox shouting out payments at your local corner store, the QR codes at cafes. This whole physical and digital network is their superpower. It's how they connect millions of merchants with millions and millions of customers. And this number, this just shows you the incredible scale we're talking about. That's nearly 14 million merchants paying them a subscription fee, month in and month out. That kind of predictable revenue is like gold. It creates a super stable base for the whole company.
And of course, on the other side of that, you have us, the users. We're talking about an average of 75 million people using Paytm for at least one transaction every single month this past quarter. That is a massive, incredibly active user base.
So what happens when you combine all those merchants and all those users? You get an absolutely staggering flow of money. It's called gross merchandise value, or GMV, and in just 3 months, it hit this almost unbelievable number, 5.7 lakh crore rupees.
And just real quick, GMV is basically the total price tag of everything. Every coffee, every bill payment, every item sold through the Paytm platform. It's the best yardstick we have for just how much economic activity is running through their system. Okay, so payments is the huge, stable foundation. Now, let's talk about what they're building on top of it. This is where the story gets really interesting. If payments are the foundation, financial services are the rocket engine.
I mean, this table says it all. Look, their main payment business grew by a very respectable 21%. That's great. But then, look at financial services. We're talking about things like loans. That part of the business grew by an explosive 63%. Sure, it's smaller for now, but that kind of growth is the accelerator pushing them into profitability.
So what's behind this boom? Well, first, they're giving out a lot of loans to the very merchants using their devices, and over half of those merchants are coming back for more, which shows you they love the product. They also brought back Paytm Postpaid, their buy now, pay later service. And here's the kicker. They're so good at managing these loans that their lending partners are actually paying them extra bonuses. That's a fantastic sign. All right, on to the third and final pillar. This might just be the secret sauce that ties everything together. Artificial intelligence. And look, this isn't just some marketing buzzword. They are using AI to make their entire operation smarter, faster, and cheaper. And this quote from their own report just nails it. They're using AI almost like a crystal ball. It predicts which merchants might leave their platform or who might be late on a loan payment. This lets them jump in before there's a problem, which is good for everyone. And it's not all just happening behind the scenes either. You can actually see it in the app. For example, they have this AI copilot for booking travel. that helps you hunt down the best deals. It's about using AI to make the app genuinely more useful.
But here, this is where AI really hits the bottom line. Just look at these numbers. Costs for their non-sales staff are down a massive 41% from last year, mainly because AI is making them more productive. Software expenses are down 16%. They are just running a much tighter, more efficient ship, and every rupee they save goes straight to profit.
So, they've done it. They've cracked the profitability code in India. The big question on everyone's mind now is, what's next? Well, it looks like they're starting to look beyond India's borders.
And they've got a pretty clear two-step plan for going global. The first option is to partner up. They can basically give their proven technology to an established company in a new country. Think of it like Paytm in a box. The second option? In markets they really like, they'll go all in and run the whole show themselves.
And you know, this strategy is actually really smart. The partner approach lets them dip their toes into new countries and test the waters without having to spend a ton of money up front. It's a low-risk way to explore global markets. So let's bring it all home. If you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this. Paytm's journey to profit is a three-part story. It's built on the massive foundation of their payments network, it's being accelerated by the rocket fuel of financial services, and the whole thing is being fine-tuned and optimized by AI.
And so that leaves us with one final fascinating question. They've built this powerful, profitable machine in one of the most competitive markets in the world. But can they export it? Can Paytm take this playbook that works so well in India and make it work on the global stage? That is the big question that will define their next chapter.